Hello and welcome back. This week I was quite busy at work, which surprised me a little bit, but sometimes it is like that. So I didn't manage to get that much out as I originally planned. But as you might remember, there's also the thing that I had a cheat day on Sunday. So how does that impacted my work week and the week in general, and especially the weighing outcome on Sunday? If you like to find out, then stay with me for a few minutes, and like always, for now I just say thanks for watching. It is Wednesday and I had a cheat day on Sunday. So I actually really leaned into it. I allowed myself to let loose a little bit there. And I ate a lot. I guess I ate more than most people would have eaten. But also I ate less than I actually had planned. And yeah, go back a little bit. Here, these Kinder Surprise egg I ate, but I didn't manage to also eat the chocolate bunny. Because my body was just saying, wait, that's too much. Not more chocolate, please stop now. And so I did. I guess I will have that next time with the next cheat day, so I need to save it for that. But yeah, so I slept like a stone after I finally managed to actually fall asleep. And Monday I was so tired, I was so done with it that I didn't even went out to walk. So it was a weird day, but it was still worth it. I loved digging in. I was allowing myself to have some stuff there that I otherwise wouldn't have been able to eat. It's a good thing. I will continue to do so, but maybe next time I will plan a little bit better and think about what to eat. Because, and I guess that's a good thing, my body actually seems to be getting used to eating less and eating more healthy. And all that stuff that was mostly unhealthy, I guess, that I ate, though it was delicious, was just telling my body, and my body was just saying, oh, that's way too much, please don't poison me. And I guess I will consider that for the next cheat day. But this one around, I really enjoyed it, like I said, and that's basically the update. I mean, today I managed to venture out again, so everything is back to normal. I hope my weight will also not be that much affected, but we will find out at the end of the week. Hi there, it's Saturday, and I have to say this whole week I didn't get out much because I was quite busy with work, more than usual, which surprised me quite a lot and kept me busy sometimes even into the evening, like 7 or 8 p.m. So I opted not to go out at that time, mainly because I was quite tired and spent, but also because I know that if it's getting into dusk, then the imagery I could capture would not be that great. Like you might have seen with the fox that I filmed last week. So some images of that filmed around 7 p.m. weren't that great. If it's getting dusky, then you cannot really film that much. So that's another reason why I didn't go out that much. But today it's nice weather. We have 28 degrees Celsius. And at first I was thinking maybe I should have gotten out a different time, because when I went out it hit me, it was a dry heat, and I was like, oh, that will be a very exhausting day and a very exhausting walk. But a few minutes later, like 2 or 3 minutes actually, the sun was vanishing a little bit. It was a little bit getting more windy, so it's quite comfortable. And as you have seen in between a few seconds ago, it was getting quite windy, and that is cooling me down a little bit. So that is cool, quite literally. And yeah, that's it. So the one thing I wanted to tell you though is, you remember my cheat day on Sunday. I was expecting that at the very best I would lose a week and don't lose any weight. And at worst I might gain a kilogram, and then I have lost 2 weeks because I need to get rid of that as well. But it turned out so far, at least, because it's still Saturday, tomorrow I will step onto the scales, that the weight was going up and down a lot. The day after it was half a kilo up, then 1 kilo up, then it went down. If I would have weighed myself today, or if today would be the day that is important for my schedule, then I would have lost a few grams at least, like 200 grams or so. And if I can, there's creepy crawlers and insects, sorry about that. If I can keep it going, then by tomorrow I might have actually lost weight this week despite my cheat day, and that would be great. But I guess we will find out tomorrow when I step on the scales. And that is everything I have for you for now. Now let me quickly tell you what I ate this week, which is at least worth mentioning. And the first one is a so-called sport sausage. So it is basically like a mini salami, which are quite popular in Germany. And usually such a mini salami has 5 or 6 points per stick. And here we have just 2 for all 3 varieties, and 2 of them are from beef, which tastes a little bit like beef jerky or a Slim Jim in those regards. It tastes a little bit more hearty than pork, but if you like that taste, they are recommendable. But what I really loved was the pork variation, which is basically as the original mini salamis tasted back in the day before they put in way too much fat. So that was a very nice and clean taste. It was delicious. I really like that, and I guess that one I will use more often, especially considering that it is just 2 points instead of 5. I also had some beef wieners, which I was quite interested in seeing how they would taste like, because my app told me it would just be 7 points for all 4 of them. And you know that in the past I had some other wieners that were just like 4 or 5 points for a package. So I was not questioning it, but I should have, because the person who was putting in the data into the app was doing it wrong. So it was not 180 gram that they put in, but they just put in 80 gram, which means that the 7 points weren't even for 2 sausages, let alone 4. So the whole package came in at over 20 points. And I have to say, even the taste wasn't that great. And sorry to admit it, I just throw it out after half of it, because it just wasn't worth my points. And also, even though it is a little bit of a sin to throw away food, if it tastes terrible, I think you shouldn't force yourself to eat it just for the sake of it. So I throw them out. And I will not revisit them. And you might remember that a few weeks ago I checked out some rice crackers with paprika aroma, I think it was. And they had a different variation with caramel taste, which sounded interesting that the same company would create a hearty version and then a sweet version. And I really like that. It is something I will for sure take again. It was quite crispy, it was sweet enough. And I prefer it to the other variation where it was just fine, but this one actually was good. The next thing I checked out was a pizza called Protein Lover by Garden Gourmet. And this one was made with quinoa in the dough. And it resulted in the pizza being like 450 gram, but just having 21 points, compared to a usual pizza that maybe has 350 gram or maybe less, and already comes in at 20 points or more, maybe up to 30 or even over. So that was something that I really enjoyed. And the taste actually was also nice. So especially the crust came out quite nicely, I would say. It was crunchy, it was not tasting much different from a standard pizza, I would say. So that was the big surprise to me. And for sure I would love to also test the other variety they have. That is called Veggie Lover, where it's even just less points, like 19 or so, and the focus is more on even more vegetables on top. So I look forward to find that. So far I haven't seen it in any store, but if I do, I will test it and will let you know. Okay, now that I found a place that provides a little bit more shade than before, let's dig into the results of my weighing. And this week I was, like I said in the previous clips, expecting to at best keep my weight and at worst maybe gain a kilo. And the best case scenario actually came through, so I just kept my weight unchanged. Yesterday I mentioned that I even was a little bit beneath the results from last week. So today I'm like 200 grams up again, but you know, those variations are normal. So today I just came out plus minus 0. So I guess it was a nice outcome, especially considering the fact that my internal fat, the visceral fat, was getting down a point, which doesn't happen that often. It usually is like once in 2 or 3 months. So I'm quite happy about the outcome, and I think I can look forward for next week to maybe lose some weight again solidly, even though today I was out for brunch. But as you will likely see in next week's video, it turned out not to be as severe as I was afraid it would be. So that is me for this week. I hope you had a fantastic week and everything you wanted to achieve you have managed to do. I hope we will see each other again next week. If you choose to tune in again, I will be here for sure. I'm happy and would be delighted if you join me again. And until then, I just say enjoy your week. Have a nice time. Thank you for watching and see you soon.